through the years, this facility out here has changed, and it's really hard to believe that just prior to 1954, actually in 1953, Fauner Park was organized by a group of farmers, ranchers, Grand Island business people, and even the chamber back then, Cindy. And the reason that they were wanting to build this facility is there was not a permanent site for the Hall County Fair. And they actually moved mountains. If you can envision that originally Fauner had a 200-foot long open air grandstand. And one of the reasons that they got together to find a permanent site was several of them had been going to the races over in Columbus. And they brought back their knowledge of what they have over there. They had a fairgrounds, and they also had a racetrack, and the racetrack generated funds to keep the facility in operation year-round. Well, that was the impetus of why it happened here at Fauner. And for many years it was very successful, and a little money would be made, and the improvements that were made to the facility over time, it was kind of a pay-as-you-go plan. But it's just hard, it would be hard to visualize all the struggles that they had in that period. The additions, the additional things that have happened here actually are a result of having farmers on the board. Every time property around here came up for sale, they bought it. And so in doing that, this complex grew to a point where we had a lot of open ground. The barn area expanded. We one time had soccer and softball here prior to the State Fair coming onto the scene. But the point is that Fauner, even back then, had partners with the chamber and others that promoted this facility. And along came the CVB, and that helped. And the new kid on the block is Joseph. 7 years ago, they rolled their sleeves up and decided that they wanted to move somewhere, and they had looked our property over, and it seemed like a very natural thing to do. And as a result of that, we now have a significant complex that I don't think there's anything that equals it in the state for everything that it can do. And to that end, GILCA, with the four entities, that being State Fair, Fauner, the CVB, and the Chamber, there used to be an old adage, 2 heads are better than 1. Well, I'll guarantee you 4 heads are even better, because we've all been working together for several years now. And the need to really work with getting livestock shows, and there's a man in this room that does an excellent job of it. That's Bill Angel. And Scott Young is also another person that, working with Bill, has been a real asset with our maintenance crew. So if you look at that whole perspective, it's really quite evident that as things have evolved, it's been very good. But I can also tell you that there's 2 young ladies back here, Corinne Ketterling and Diane Willie, that are a major part of Fauner and the event center and this project over here, working with the buildings over here, that have also been a great asset. And in his tenure, Steve Koonsman has had the opportunity to also participate, and it will be our outgoing president at our annual meeting in July. at the end of June, I'll be leaving you all and retiring, and that's going to be hard on me. But by the same token, the crew that we have and the staff we have will be a great asset working with Joseph and Cindy and Brad, and they'll do a very good job. So